ExpreeCare Urgent Care Centers.
Sometimes it's the simple things that count the most. We're talking about those first and immediate steps from an injury or illness that can really help you in the recovery process.
Eric Davidson from ExpreeCare Urgent Care is joining us with some first aid tips that we should all know, and on a daily basis it seems like we need them, even for the children or the adults.
Right.
Sure.
So what exactly are we talking about when we say first aid?
So first aid is those first initial steps you take to help treat a medical condition, such as a minor laceration or abrasion, ankle sprains, these types of things.
Okay, so with spring and summer, do you see different injuries than you did during the winter months?
Yeah, primarily the winter months are your cough and cold season, so very little injuries. It's when everybody's out and active in the spring and summer months is when you start to see some of these injuries that require first aid.
So what are some of those first steps for first aid that everybody should know just to help even prevent some of the injuries?
So I would say first steps to prevent is if you're going to be active outside, say hiking or running, proper apparel is always paramount. Hydration as well. And then the first steps in treating some of these ailments is specific to the ailment. Minor lacerations and abrasions, first step would be to irrigate and hold pressure. You'll get an idea.
And how do we know? I was just telling you, I had a situation with my little boy. I didn't know. Do we go to ExpreeCare? Do we take him to the emergency room? Do I dial 911? How do you know when you can choose you guys?
So I would say just about any injury can come to ExpreeCare, especially minor injuries, abrasions, lacerations, twisted ankles, even a concern for a fracture. We can treat all of these things in an urgent care and doesn't necessarily require emergency room level of care. We can, if we do it decided during our evaluation that they do require emergency services, then we can arrange that transportation as well.
Okay, and you guys are open. You have really good hours, right?
Correct, 8 to 9, 7 days a week.
Oh,
okay.
Okay, and I know driving around town, I
Right.
feel like we see them, and then when you identify them, you're like, okay, I need to know just in case I ever need to be there. Give us a few of those locations, how we can get in touch with you all.
Sure. So we have 2 locations in Bel Air, Maryland. We have Northeast in Elkton, Dundalk, Essex, Parkville, Overley, Timonium, Largo, Severna Park, Brooklyn Park.
So everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah, pretty much.
Anything else that we should really know? I mean, beyond just having that first aid kit, you know, that you think of, what about first aid is it that we need to know, again, for adults and for children?
So sure, I would say your initial steps again for minor lacerations and abrasions would be rinse it under cold water, hold pressure. That'll give you an idea as to how much it is bleeding. If it continues to bleed, you're going to want to seek medical attention in an urgent care facility. For ankle sprains and these types of minor joint type injuries, again, it's going to be rest, try and stay off of it, elevated if it swells. Ice is always a good idea, especially within the first 48 hours or so.
What about burns? I can't cook. I don't choose to cook very often, and when I do, I sometimes bump myself, but I'm never really sure what to do. Cold water? I don't think so. Butter? No, but maybe what about that?
So you're going to want to wash the area thoroughly afterwards, a little soap and tap water, just to wash the area really well. If it blisters, leave the blister intact. Don't try and rupture the blister. And then a good burn type dressing for the initial 24, 48 hours, such as Silvadene. These are products that are available over the counter.
Or I can just come see you.
Or you can come see us.
Probably best
see you
for
soon.
both of us.
See you next month.
All right, we'll be in there. Thanks so much for joining us.
Sure.